It's time to say hello to our players, so make them welcome, folks. Playing in the red circle, it's Player 1.
And in the blue square, it's Player 2.
Player 3 is our yellow star today.
And finally, Player 4 is in the green hexagon. What a wonderful group of victims. Contestants, I said contestants.
So what type of show are we making today?
And yes, we're going with a challenge zone today.
But I wonder which thrilling challenge zone we'll be playing today, Paige.
That's what we all want to know, Ted.
That challenge zone is open again? Huh. I guess they finally cleared out all the possums. So, Paige, what are they playing for today?
This! I said this! Thanks. This utterly unique, one-of-a-kind, never-gonna-be-duplicated trophy of victory!
And remember, folks, you can only win that trophy if you get the most golden bricks.
So there's just one more thing to do, Ted.
Players, to the challenge zone! Whoa! Get ready for fun. It's the theme park zone.
Before we get started, would you like to know how to play Lego Party?
I am Mr. Gold, or rather we are Mr. Gold. Come visit us in the park to purchase a golden brick.
Round one. It's time to get the show on the road.
Simply stand on a square, and the one with the most votes wins. Oh, and that's an interesting choice by the players.
It's actually the game I would have picked too, if I was brave enough. It's the game of flinging lances and floating horses.
Can you eliminate all your opponents before they take you out instead?
The only way we'll find out is by playing Fancy Lancy. Player 4! This is terrible!
Oh, first to get hit, and they simply cannot afford to let that happen again.
And then again, and again, and again.
Oh, Player 2!
There was literally nothing they could do to avoid that.
Apart from literally all the things they could have. Take a look at Player 1!
Oh, look at Player 4! Look out, Player 3!
One more hit and they up, and that final elimination means it's time for our contestants to hang up their arm.
While we pony up some studs.
So there are the first results of our game today. Any surprises, Ted?
Just the people and the positions they're in. Other than that, no.
Come and buy a golden brick from any of our convenient locations. Just 50 studs each.
A reminder for the viewers at home that the player's finishing position in a minigame not only determines how many studs they win,
But also the order in which they take turns during this round.
exciting! They've discovered the first of this park's micro games.
To win big on this one, they'll have to hit the button right at the top. Don't overshoot now. It's studs time!
This one's all about the timing. The free stud space does exactly what you'd hope. Assuming you were hoping for free studs.
I do not have the reactions for this one, Paige. And the last player to start steps up.
It's a real fairground favorite, this one. Although our version's fixed. That should help them buy something useful.
Round 2.0. It's like round 1, but new and improved.
It's minigame voting time, people. Which would you choose, Ted?
Is there one which requires superhuman dexterity?
As it happens, there is.
Anything but that, then. Bust out your boots and stick on the studs, because we're about to reach fever pitch.
Knock the balls away from your goal and into the other players to take home the trophy.
Who will kick some butt and who'll just kick up a stink? Let's find out in the Bootiful Game!
With the amount of soccer balls flying about in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if we'd broken a world record.
Well, the good news is we have. The bad news is that it's for most windows broken in a single game.
There are footballs flying left, right, and everywhere.
It's almost like this isn't a regulation soccer game.
Player 2, look out!
They need to start knocking balls into the other goals and stop letting them in. Oh, player 2!
No one's in a very strong situation now. It'll only take a The final goal has been scored. So while Ted cleans the mud off the boots, let's go check out the results.
Wait, I have to do what now?
It was so nice of Jerry and HR to let us borrow his boots for that game.
Wait, which one is Jerry?
The one with the giant feet, Ted. Layer 3 is first up to bat.
entry to my park may be free, but my golden bricks are not.
Well done, player 3.
Absolutely. Now they've grabbed their first golden brick. They're off the starting line.
Let's hope no one steals it and puts them right back on there.
Next to play, it's player 1. Oh, and some of these free stud spaces come with a bonus prize. Player 4 getting to move now. Oh no! It's a loose stud space!
Those things will sap your studs as soon as look at you.
I'm sure those studs will come in handy soon enough.
Round 3, people.
Everyone, pick a game.
And, ideally, come to some sort of agreement about it.
That's about as definitive a result as you could ask for.
It's time for the game which asks the question, what if you played sports in a museum?
The answer might surprise you.
Unless you said rampant property damage, in which case, well done.
This is Museum Mayhem. Three, two, one, go! I actually have an authentic 14th century Ming vase myself.
That globe just wiped out player 3's vase. Whichever way you look at it, that is one comprehensively smashed vase.
Maybe the museum wouldn't be so angry with us if we compensated them for the damage. Incredibly, that makes 2 vases taken out by player 1.
Just one more and they'll have done the triple. They're protecting those vases like they're the ones that paid for them.
And that smash means we have our losing vase.
And more importantly, our winning player. Let's go look at the results.
I think some of our players might get famous after that game.
I know what you're saying. It could really be their big break.
At the front of the pack, it's player 4. Well, they've got to pick one of these. Oh,
I guess they've got a different part of the park in mind.
hang on. There's something else with these free studs. Woohoo! It's a free prize, and it didn't cost anything. And here's our next player.
You'd have to really try to get the wrong number with a slow roller. It might be worth them looking ahead before they choose a route.
Personally, I prefer to close my eyes and trust in fate, which is why I no longer... Oh yeah! Let's make a splash, folks!
Wait, are you putting on swim shorts under your desk? Oh, nice! And another contestant steps up to the plate. Look at that. They've landed on a free power-up space. And you know what that means they get.
Well, don't leave me hanging. What is it?
What's the plan here, then?
Feel free to come back here once you have enough studs.
seems we'll be taking a trip back to simpler times.
Oh, man! We'll still have the internet, though, right?
Round 4.
What's your pick for this game, Paige?
I'm feeling very drawn towards the one on the left.
Because it's the closest to you and you hate walking?
You know it, Ted. Really, that's their pick. You told him this game was cursed, right?
I thought you were doing that.
Well, it was nice knowing them. Get ready to step out into the unknown as we play Perilous Pathways.
4 players race to the finish, but the catch is they can only see a few feet in front of them.
Will they throw caution to the wind and possibly themselves off the side? Let's find out.
Paige, is it my imagination or are all the statues doing dance moves?
It is not your imagination. Apparently, they were super into dabbing 5,000 years ago.
Huh. I have learned something new today. As I imagine, have our viewers.
Absolutely. Although don't quote us on any history papers, okay?
I'm really impressed with how our builders made the pathway appear and disappear like that.
Oh, they didn't. That wasn't even meant to be the idea for the game originally. But it turns out that
And that's how you walk a perilous pathway.
Let's head to the comparative safety of the results area.
So how many studs are we giving to the winner?
Oh, a pharaoh mount. Here they go, leading the charge.
Come on, Lucky 8, do your thing. And there's that 8 they were looking for. I know which way I'd go, so they should probably choose the opposite. It's a lucky space where fortunate folks can win from a galaxy of prizes. Well, about 6 prizes.
Perhaps you'd like to buy a shiny souvenir of your special day.
You know, sometimes 1 brick is actually enough to win the whole game.
Although generally that only occurs when you're playing against single-celled organisms.
Or me.
Time to check the map and see where you might end up, I'd say.
My bricks are a little too rich for you, Never mind. Enjoy the park.
What are the odds?
Can they really make it all the way to the free golden brick?
Or will they wash out like so many others?
That said, if they ignore the chance, and they want that brick. All the items at none of the cost. Nice.
And here's the last player.
A trip along those ramparts is gonna be bad news for one unsuspecting player.
Especially if they were planning on holding on to all their golden bricks.
If they're in a hurry to buy a power-up, though, this would be the way to go.
They're off up the ramparts and on their way to the catapult.
Here comes round 5.
These are the games. You know what to do.
And if you don't, then maybe try guessing. These players sure know what they want, huh? It's Shocking Accuracy, the game where you have to keep as close to the target as possible.
While trying not to panic when you turn invisible.
If you want to win in this game, you'll need to use your memory, deduction, and fine motor control.
So watch out for the lightning and don't forget to look for clues in the ooze. Amazing work, Player 2! You know, I don't like to accuse people of cheating, Paige. So could you do it for me? Go!
You know the doctor at the back there working the machines? They're actually an actor.
Wow! Although I wish I'd known that before I showed them a weird... Oh,
Well done, Player 1!
tell me, where did we get all that oozy goop stuff from?
I can't be too specific, Ted, but suffice to say, our studio is now legally classified as a toxic waste dump.
We'll need to check the results to see how those scores add up. Because I flunked math.
What a game of shocking accuracy! And how about this? No one got hit by lightning.
Ooh, could it be that our days since last accident counter will finally get into double digits? Here's our first contestant.
And that's the same roll as last round. Well, someone better put first aid on high alert if we're building this one.
It's perfectly safe. We'll be fine.
I meant for the players.
Will they choose to run the gauntlet? What do you know? They're skipping the chance of a free golden brick.
If you want your score to blast off, then this is the game for you.
But time that button press very carefully, or you'll come crashing back down. Free studs, yes!
And now it's Player 1's turn.
This should make getting the number they want a cinch.
Now let's see how this contestant's turn goes.
Ooh, it's very easy to slip up on the way to that golden brick, isn't it, Paige?
Absolutely, Ted. And water, way to go. Or perhaps the allure of maybe getting a free golden brick isn't that strong?
don't know that I could turn down a chance like that.
This one's easy. All you have to do is hit a button and fish out a prize.
And as it's completely down to luck, there's no need to quack under pressure.
I hope it wins a game for you, my friend.
You gotta love them freebies.
And player 3 is last to go. You can never have enough free studs.
Round 6, folks.
Mini game voting time. It comes earlier every year.
I feel terrible. I didn't even get you a card. Hey, everyone's on the same page. Or rather, everyone's on the same little square platform doohickey. Whether you're a Grom or a park rat, it's time to shred that line.
He means everyone has to race down the hill against each other.
Because this is Carve It Up. So you better be ready to bomb down our gnarly pow-pow.
And that also means race down the hill. Just try to go fast, okay?
I'm amazed that we managed to get this whole course to ourselves. I don't see a member of the public anywhere.
Well, Ted, when you're making a big TV show like ours, people tend to get out of the way. Plus, there's been an avalanche warning.
Ooh, that was quite a collision between those two.
Uh-oh. Looks like they aren't getting the win on a silver platter after all.
Player 4 is skating perillously, and that's a fond farewell to Player 4.
Player 2 is leaving everyone else in their powdery wake right now.
Ooh, and that is a real setback for them.
And that was Carve It Up. So let's see who wiped out.
And who stomped it in the results area. I'm glad we were on that slope instead of the kids' one today.
Yeah, the last thing we need is some 5-year-old flying past everyone and winning instead. First to move this round. They won the minigame, but will their luck hold out?
Woo! Get ready for a long turn.
17.
If you don't buy a golden brick, I may have to close the park down.
Good job, Player 2.
Absolutely. Now they've grabbed their first golden brick. They're off the starting line.
Let's hope no one steals it and puts them right back on there.
You should consider buying a golden brick. They also double as season passes for the park.
That golden brick must seem extra shiny as it's giving them the lead.
They won't get out of the park down there, but they could pick up some great prizes.
Or they can take another lap around the park.
You can't go wrong with that one, my friend.
Now let's see how this player's turn goes.
It's a +10, and that's a big move from our contestant.
11. Lucky them.
And they've done it. They've won themselves a free golden brick.
But what about the other players, Paige?
Don't worry, because the free golden bricks don't run out in this park.
What? Free golden brick spaces get immediately refilled here? That's amazing!
Nicely done, player one.
They might be the last one to get a hold of a golden brick, but that doesn't mean they can't win this thing.
Although statistically, it does seem less likely.
Don't lose those studs to another player. Player three's turn now.
Well, someone likes rolling the same number every round. What a smooth operator! And here's the final contestant for this round. Well, someone knows a bargain when they see it. And that means there's just half the game left to go.
It's escalation time.
Which means harsher penalties on these spaces.
Higher rewards on these spaces.
And higher rewards for the minigames.
Let's pick us a minigame, folks.
And don't let anyone talk you out of your choice.
The selection has been made. Oh no! Our intrepid astronauts are trapped on the other side of an asteroid belt.
Luckily, this is Shuttle Run, so they've all got thrusters.
Unluckily, we may have put them on facing the wrong way.
So as long as you're aiming them in the direction you don't want to go, you'll be fine.
Don't dilly-dally, folks. You haven't got long to get to the shuttle.
Mainly because we forgot to fill your oxygen tanks.
Go! Uh-oh, we've lost a player to the depths of space.
And our first round winner is player 2, jetting their way onto the shuttle.
Now turn off your thruster because we're not recharging them between rounds.
Okay, we've done a head count and that's everyone, except the people who got lost. But that's on them.
Go! Not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty proud of coming up with this game.
Yeah, saying you were designing a new game was a brilliant way to explain why you were using a swivel chair and a fire extinguisher to get to the vending machine.
You know, I reckon I can turn anything into a game if the alternative is being fired for gross negligence. Go!
Look at this. For the first time, it's up, Houston. This game is over.
Well, that's just hurtful. I never forget your name, Paige.
This round would be so much cheaper if we just faked going to space instead.
Yeah, just like with the moon landings.
Going first isn't always a guarantee of success, especially in this game.
If I was playing, I'd have the speed set to this all the time.
This game's called Wheel of Studs, and you get 4 spins to win.
Or lose, because you can end up getting nothing. Ooh, now what will this player do?
7 chances to hit it big, and 1 to make you weep.
Perhaps you'd like to buy a shiny souvenir of your special day.
That golden brick must seem extra shiny, as it's giving them the lead. They definitely want to think carefully about their options here.
Enjoy the free studs, and another contestant steps up to the plate.
The Lucky 8, also known as the Super Unlucky 1.
Entry to my park may be free, but my golden bricks are not.
Won't get out of the park down there, but they could pick up some great prizes.
Or they can take another lap around the park.
Bringing up the rear, it's player 3.
The Lucky 8, also known as the Super Unlucky 1.
Well done on getting the 8, but it was basically inevitable.
Ooh, they've reached the catapult, but who will they target?
Oof, this is gonna sting physically and financially.
Like finding a wasp in your wallet.
If you don't buy a golden brick, I may have to close the park down. Now, while I relocate my services, please enjoy the park's many attractions.
And with that brick, they take the lead.
What a good golden brick. Someone give it a saucer of milk.
Free studs. Nice.
What excitement will this round bring? There's only one way to find out.
Contestants, you need to vote with your feet.
But that doesn't mean you should leave. I love it when the contestants choose this one.
Me too. Someone tell the first aiders to be on high alert. It's the game where it doesn't matter if you sink or swim, just as long as you grab those points while you do it.
So while our fishy friends float back and forth,
You'll have to time those button taps to flap those fins.
because this, folks, is Flouncing Fishies. Three, two, one, go!
Here's hoping that none of our players flounder during this round.
They shouldn't do. They all look pretty fantastic to me.
Even so, they might pull a muscle.
We're at the halfway mark, and honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this one.
It may well go right down to the line, Ted.
Our fishy friends are clearly hungry for points.
And unlike fish food pellets, it's not a problem if they eat too many of them.
Honestly, I'm kind of amazed that fish can be overfed, because all the fish food that I've ever tasted was gross.
And that's the end.
But which player scaled the heights of first place? Let's find out.
So, which was your favorite fish in that round?
Not sure. I'd have to mull it over.
A reminder for the viewers at home that the player's finishing position in a minigame not only determines how many studs they win,
But also the order in which they take turns during this round.
and when there's a tied result, the turn order of the tied players is chosen completely at random for maximum unfairness.
This should be fun. Unless they forgot to turn on the water heaters again.
Fortune's smiling on them, huh? Here comes our next contestant.
Clearly, someone wants to go far this turn.
Hey, you can't go wrong with that one, my friend. Do they take a risk, or do they... so what part of the park do they want to visit?
You should consider buying a golden brick. They also double as season passes for the park.
If they need studs or power-ups, there's plenty down here at the park entrance.
Although taking another trip around the park means more opportunities for free golden bricks.
Happy landings. And last of all, player one.
They won't get out of the park down there, but they could pick up some... that's it. Take another spin around the park.
Free studs, you say? Well, it'd be rude to turn them down.
Contestants, you need to vote with your feet.
But that doesn't mean you should leave.
Look at that. They all agreed. We're about to find out who can concisely accumulate carefully considered conveyances.
Also, we're going to see who can count the cards the fastest.
And the faster you can do it, the more points you get.
Assuming your answer's right in the first place. This is Rally Tally.
It's the first round, so we'll try not to overwhelm you this time.
By the way, if you count as you watch, it'll mean you can lock in your answer at the end even faster.
Come on, people, lock in those answers.
You don't have long.
When you're first and right, there's not a lot the other players can do.
We're bumping up the difficulty for the second round, so I hope you're ready. I've thought of a way we can play along without distracting the players. Look, I brought an abacus. 1 bead, 2 beads, 3 beads, 5... No, wait.
Oh yeah, that's not distracting at all.
Oh, sure. 3 of you got that right. But that just makes the one who didn't a really cool maverick. Like me.
It's the very last round, so try not to blink for its entire duration.
This is your last chance to score points. It always feels good when you're first to answer and you get it right.
Let's stop counting cars and start counting out studs.
Carefully, though. Can't afford to give away too many. And 12.
What?
There were 12 cars in the first round.
You're a little late, Ted.
What the? There are 2 thieves? Or am I suffering from yet another concussion?
Nope, there's 2, Ted, and they're ready to mix up some mayhem. Our first player here, fresh from the minigame.
There's a lot of tasty-looking numbers on their roller now.
A 6 on a high roller is a perfectly solid result.
I mean, it's no 8, though, is it?
No, not even close.
Where someone's playing a serious game, aren't they?
It doesn't matter if you find the brick or steal it. They all count the same.
It's just that some of those bricks are tarnished. Tarnished by the terrible sins committed to acquire them.
But the key takeaway is that they still count just fine.
That golden brick must seem extra shiny, as it's given them the lead.
Now let's see how this contestant's turn goes.
Ooh, it's very easy to slip up on the way to that golden brick, isn't it, Paige?
Absolutely, Ted, and water, way to go. That said, if they ignore the chance of a free golden brick, they can definitely buy one from Mr. Gold.
Wait, they don't want a tiny chance of winning a golden brick?
they've got their hands on one of our new Path Flip power-ups. Fill the good people in, Ted.
Gladly, Paige. Players can use a path flip to reverse direction of an entire corner of the park.
Just imagine the chaos you could wreak with that.
I am, and I'm loving it. Of course, if another player has a path flip, they can flip that section right back if they want. Or just make more chaos.
A +5's perfect when you want to skip something undesirable. I thought you'd pick that one. It's my favorite, too. This game's called Wheel of Studs, and you get 4 spins to win.
Or lose, because you can end up getting nothing.
And it's a free stud finish.
Round 10.
It's time to exercise your democratic right to vote, even if you're a minor.
In fact, especially if you're a minor, to make up for all the homework. That's about as definitive a result as you could ask for.
Get ready for the point-packed, precision-propelled person pursuit that's taking the world by storm.
Flop onto your backs and bellies and slide around our icy rink.
Stop on the high scores and avoid the lows, because you've only 3 chances to make the most of your slide hustle.
First round, which means it's time to realize that you don't know how the controls work and really should have taken the time to practice.
I can already taste their bitter tears of regret.
Come on, folks, time's almost up.
A real mix of results there, Ted. I don't think everyone got what they were going for.
Well, you'd hope not. Otherwise, some of them have really lousy strategies.
Ooh, it looks extra cold down there today. I hope they've got the industrial-sized vat of cocoa ready for after this round.
Well, they did.
Oh, Ted.
I left them some marshmallows.
Well, that round didn't work out well for everyone, huh?
You're not wrong. Lady Luck is clearly picking favorites today. Go!
Quickly now, lock in those slides.
And that's our final slide.
We should head to the results before the Penguins kick us out.
I am glad to be out of the cold.
You weren't even in the cold. Up first, it's player 4.
5, 6, 7, 8. What do we appreciate? High roller! High roller! Although it doesn't actually feature a 5. Sorry about that.
Now, how about we make your day out at the park even more special?
Oh, a golden brick. Now you're talking.
It doesn't matter if you find the brick or steal it. They all count the same.
That they do, Paige. That they do.
Well that player.
Player one, off you go. Oh dear, the unlucky space, where players try to choose the least worst option. You know, like when you have to taste test cat food to get the right one.
Up next, it's player three.
Well, they haven't flipped any of the other players with it, but I'm sure they've got a cunning plan.
A few more studs never go amiss.
Except down the back of my couch. It is so uncomfortable now.
I'm not sure how lucky those 8s are when there's 7 of them to choose from.
Well, here's hoping they weren't aiming for the 1. How are they meant to choose between so many options?
Perhaps you'd like to buy a shiny souvenir of your special day.
That golden brick has allowed them to pull ahead even further.
But no lead is unassailable, is it?
I don't know. Considering their lead, there aren't that many rounds left in this game.
And they're safe.
This is round 11.
Just 2 rounds left after this one.
It's minigame voting time, people. Which would you choose, Ted?
Is there one which requires superhuman dexterity?
As it happens, there is.
Anything but that, then. It's time to put the pedal to the metal in a no-holds-barred race to the finish.
Or if you forget to steer straight into a wall.
So watch out for tight turns and hazards aplenty.
And even more importantly, the other players.
This is Rumble Rally.
Three, two, one, go!
And we have a go! I think someone's trying to make their own shortcuts.
Tell me this, Paige. What kind of person names their team CPU?
That says CPU. It's a computer player.
Well, they should have more respect for themselves. Oh boy! They look like they're trying to deliberately sabotage the other player's race. Is there anything in the rules about that?
There is. And it's strong encouragement. Oh,
Stop what you're doing. We have our winner.
time to head to the results area.
Nobody's gonna deny they put in a really good performance.
It was almost as good as your excellent wordplay, Ted.
How will this round pan out, I wonder?
now that I'm the real fun can begin, eh?
Studs, eh? Clever. Keep it low profile.
They won't get out of the park down there, but they could pick up some great prizes.
Or they can take another lap around the park. Player 4 is next to move.
You can get pretty far with a +5 on your side.
So, you want to spice up your day out with a little mischief, do you?
No problem. Studs it is.
Entry to my park may be free, but my golden bricks are not.
Uh-oh, it's an unlucky space where it doesn't matter what you win because you're actually gonna lose. These junctions are always a big decision.
Now, where are they off to? Delicious studs! Oh, but don't eat them. How are they meant to choose between so many options?
Well, turning down all the prizes is one way to play this.
I bet everyone's got stacks of stuff to steal by now, haven't they?
Someone has expensive tastes. No problem.
What sort of person steals a golden brick from the person with the least of them?
It's a valid tactic. Break their will and maybe they'll give up entirely.
And there it is, folks. That's your depressing thought for the day.
Nice. Who doesn't want a free power-up?
Final round. It's do or die.
And we still can't say for sure who'll win, as there's very little to separate the leading players. Guess what, folks? It's escalation time again.
And that means even bigger losses on these spaces.
even bigger rewards on these spaces.
And even bigger prizes after every minigame. Plus, we're changing all the free power-up spaces to ones which give you studs.
So how else are we making things even more exciting this time, Ted?
Let's have a peek. No surprises there. We're shutting all the shops.
But what happens when someone lands on one of those chance spaces? Well, that probably will be a surprise.
The final minigame. Will today's game end on a high?
Well, for whoever's in last place, almost certainly not. These players sure know what they want, huh?
It's time to give our players a thorough evaluation as we head to our lab for a spatial awareness test.
It might sound scary, but really, it's just about dropping colorful flasks into chutes.
But how you do it? Well, that's where the twist comes in. Get ready, it's tumble time.
They're the first to catch one of the flasks and get off the starting line.
What the? Did we just drop a bomb into their tumbler?
Looks like it. And that's bad news, because if it lands in their chute, they'll lose a point.
Which will be a real problem as they only have one of them at the moment.
Check out player 4.
Another flask finds its way safely home.
Player 2.
Well, that's not going to score them any points now. Uh-oh, be careful, player 3.
That's a costly mistake, which has knocked a point off their score.
You gotta be careful about what you drop in your chutes, folks.
Clever. One of our players just figured out that you can drop the bombs as long as they don't land in your chute.
They make me so proud.
Take a look at player 1.
They tipped that out perfectly.
Check out player 2.
Well, God, those flasks can be tricky sometimes.
Player 4.
They missed the chute. Stop tumbling those tumblers. Time is up.
Okay, let's grade those tests and hand out some rewards.
So, do they get a certificate for passing the test?
Kinda. We emailed them one.
Ugh, we are so cheap. Oh, look at this. Coming out of that game, some of the players were tied for position.
Interesting. So how did our judges decide the order of the tied players?
I think they just asked Santa who deserved it most.
Giving themselves a bit more thinking time. A wise move.
Now, how about we make your day out at the park even more special?
I guess this is the big one. I like it.
The good thing about stealing a golden brick is that not only do you have one more golden brick, someone else has one less.
It really is a win-win situation. Except for the person who lost the brick. With that golden brick, they are now comfortably ahead of all the other players.
But in this game, that situation might not last for long. With a move like that in the final round, they could have this whole thing wrapped up.
Not only wrapped up, but it could even have a lovely bow on the box, too. And maybe a gift tag. Possibly it comes with a nice card as well. I think I may have lost track of this analogy.
That should make the park a bit easier to get around. Well played there. It's the final turn for another player now.
If they need studs or power-ups, there's plenty down here at the park entrance.
Although taking another trip around the park means more opportunities for free golden bricks.
I'm almost sorry to see it go. And now I am needed elsewhere.
Time to check the map and see where you up.
Wait, they're skipping the attractions?
Oh, they could be raking in the studs soon.
Dropped all their money on their lawn, huh? We've all been there.
These junctions are always a big decision.
Well, they've got to pick one of these options. And that's not a bad place to end. Oh, well, that's it, folks. That was the last move of the game.
And that means it's almost time to find out who won.
And more importantly, give them a shiny trophy.
Come on, let's head back to the studio.
What the? Where are we, Paige?
It's the bonus brick zone, Ted. A mysterious location where players can vote with their feet and load up on even more golden bricks.
Vote? So we don't just give them out randomly?
Oh no, Ted. That would be a far inferior way of doing things.
Here comes the first vote.
Voting here works the exact same way as with the minigames.
But with an added air of mystery because you can't be sure who will win. Unless you actually are.
Nicely done, player one.
You folks can't get enough of those bricks, huh?
Big news, people. The final golden brick of the game is now up for grabs. I don't think I've ever seen a game which was that hard fought, Ted.
Me either. And some of them have actually come to blows.
Contestants, come on in. So don't leave us hanging, Ted. Tell us how everyone did.
First of all, our fourth place finisher is player one.
Oh, well done.
And in third place, it's player four.
Third place is still very respectable.
Like a judge or brain doctor. But who has triumphed above all others and proven themselves to be the greatest living being in existence? That player is player two.
And so second place goes to player three.
Come on, bring in that trophy.
My goodness, though. Congratulations to all our players. You were amazing.
They really were very special. I don't think I'll ever forget this show. Until the next one. And assuming this episode doesn't get us taken off the air, we'll see you on the next edition of
Lego Party!